So many of you have come to us wondering how to put together speaking engagements and talks in a way that really magnetizes your ideal clients and customers to you. And this is my passion. This is what I love teaching. We've hosted many million-dollar revenue events here at Women Rocking Business and helped a bunch of our clients do the same. And I used to be terrified of speaking. So I want to get you the recipe today to rock your speaking engagements and use talks and time on stage to really attract the right people to you and inspire them to invest at the next level with you. So whether you're a seasoned speaker or whether you're just getting out there and you're kind of like me, like you're feeling nervous to get on stage, maybe scared of speaking in public, this recipe is going to get you the information you need to put a talk together that has your customers excited to take the next step. Now, whether you're nervous of forgetting what you're going to say, nervous you're going to let people down, nervous your body's going to break down, I'm here to tell you, you do not have to be perfect in order to actually have incredible success with your speaking engagements. I remember being so sick for one of my big events a few years ago. I made so many mistakes at that event, and we still had amazing success. I literally ended up in a coughing fit on stage. I had a horrible cold, and it was like this guttural sound. I remember catching my breath and looking out into the audience and saying, that can be translated as Czechoslovakian for, I see the God in you. And everybody started cracking up and the tension broke. And we ended up in a really transparent conversation about why body breakdown happens and how the fear of our bodies breaking down can actually stand in the way of our path to leadership. It was one of the most successful events we've ever had. We ended up doing over $1 million of revenue. And yeah, I had a head cold on stage. So I'm here to tell you, you don't have to do this perfectly. You can be completely human and you can still have incredible, massive results. So what's the first thing that you need to know? The first thing is that you want to start with your offer. You want to start by really getting clear on what is the next step that clients are going to take with me. And then how do I prepare them in my event to take that next step? Write this down. Ask yourself, what do they need to know in order to feel confident that my program would work for them? If you're a relationship coach, your people are going to really need to know that they have power over their love life, that they're not victims to a world where there aren't any good men out there or XYZ fill in the story. So consider, what is it that your participants are going to need to learn in your talk to feel like the transformation that you offer in your paid program is actually going to work for them. And then when you craft your talk around that question, you're going to actually be preparing your audience and your participants. I actually like to call your people participants rather than an audience, right? It's more intimate, it's more engaging. You're going to be preparing them to consider making that investment in themselves. Very powerful. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to tell a story that makes you credible and vulnerable. Because content tells, but stories are what sell. Content is a dime a dozen these days, right? You can go online and you can do a search and you can find whatever piece of content you want. But it's the stories that you hear that have you always remember somebody. And so you'll want to choose a story to tell in your talk that reflects the challenge and the struggles that your clients go through. You know, tell about a time that you overcame something that you know your clients worry about and fret about. That's the right story to tell. And then don't forget to weave in your credibility, right? Talk about how many people you've helped. Talk about what you're passionate about. Talk about what you're committed to, alongside letting your participants know that you're human and you make mistakes and you're figuring this out right alongside them. And then you're going to want to stand out by giving your participants some content that they can use right away, some hot tips, some of your best stuff. Give them some value that's going to make a difference for them right away so that they feel served. And then let them know that there's more where that came from. Now, many beginning speakers I see make the offer too soon. They're nervous to make the offer, so they start talking, they tell a story, they don't give much content, and all of a sudden they're making an offer. Or maybe they skip the offer completely. For those of you that tend to jump too quickly into making an offer before you've delivered real value, we have a name for that here at Women Rocking Business. We call that premature offer ejaculation. And here's the thing, we've got to build that intimacy, that connection between you and your participants before you make that offer so that they can really feel safe to make that investment with you. And then the last thing that you're going to want to do in your speaking engagements to really set yourself up for using talks to enroll your ideal clients is that during that speaking engagement, you want to make sure that you establish the gap. You establish the gap between what your potential clients and customers want and long for, and then what's in the way. So there's a variety of ways that you can do that. You can do partner exercises, you can give content, you can share research, you could lead some sort of a visualization, you could really have people do self-inquiry, right? But whatever you do at your talk, you want to do two things. You want to help your participants get in touch with the vision of where they could be, the ideal health, waking up in the morning with more than enough energy, the incredible business, the incredible career, the most beautiful relationship they could imagine. And then you want to establish what's actually happening now. How do they feel when they wake up? At what point during the day are they running out of energy? What are they complaining to their friends about? Flush that out and really get them in touch with the obstacle. Because when you help them identify that there's a gap in their life, and then you let them know that you actually have services and programs that can help them bridge that gap, it's going to be a no-brainer that they take the next step with you when you've showed up and served them, right? And you're not looking for everybody in the audience. You're just looking for the right ones who are the right clients for you to say yes to that next step. And that's how you're gonna get a chance to make a much bigger difference on the planet. And then you can give back, you can be philanthropic, you can partner with humanitarian organizations, which is something that we teach you guys how to do at Women Rocking Business. But here's the thing, this YouTube channel is full of recipes and tips and strategies for using your path as a woman to go out there and attract the clients and the customers to you so you can make great money and make a really big difference. Here at Women Rocking Business, we're about helping you do business from a place of empowerment rather than power over, a place of generosity rather than a sense of scarcity or urgency. And we know that you thrive when you do business from a place of collaboration rather than competition. So every week, you're going to be getting videos and tips and tools to really move you forward in your business and have the impact that you've been longing for and the freedom that you deeply crave as an entrepreneur so that you have a business that fits into your life rather than having to fit your life around an overly busy business schedule. So be sure to hit subscribe and hop into our YouTube community so that we can build business together the way that we as women were designed to do. So just hit the subscribe button now because your clients are waiting for you. They're not actually waiting for someone like you. They're actually waiting for you. And I can't wait to get you tons of value and content on this incredible YouTube channel. Mwah.